Hi, I'm Frank Besednjak with another training tip. As we discussed in our last program, many managers in various businesses have struggled with determining a specific training need or performance improvement plan for an employee, why an employee develops a performance problem, and how to go about resolving it. Unless the root cause is determined, the potential for success is greatly diminished. In my last video, I mentioned the 5 reasons why employees don't perform well, and they are: number 1, the employee has no idea what is expected. Number 2, lack of training or knowledge. Number 3, a non-work related problem is distracting them. Number 4, the employee is not suited for the job. And number 5, they just perform poorly in everything and maybe they don't really care. In this program, we will focus on number 1. The employee has no idea what is expected. This typically happens when there is a lack of communication, work rules, or goal setting in the business. The employee may be trying to do a good job, but is not sure how the measurement system works, or is confused because he or she has received conflicting information as to what is considered a good job or correct job. I usually see a lot of this where there may be different interpretations or views within the same business on how tasks or daily routines need to be handled, thus causing confusion or misunderstanding among various team members. This results in poor performance, lack of focus, and an overall decline of a team environment. Let's compare the way a business operates to the way that you would run a baseball game. Currently, I would assume everyone watching this has a fairly good understanding of the rules in baseball. Let's say we decided to start a game and we had several individuals playing who are totally unfamiliar with the rules of how to play. So let's say I'm at bat with no one on base. I happen to hit a ground ball to the third baseman. He catches it, and instead of trying to throw me out at first, he instead throws it to the pitcher. I get to first and I believe I'm safe. One of the people playing who doesn't know the rules wants to argue that I'm out because the third baseman did catch the ball. I argue that he has to throw me out at first to get me out, and that I only would have been out if he had caught it as a fly ball, not a ground ball. A third person wants to argue that I was out because the third baseman threw the ball to the pitcher and the pitcher caught it before I arrived at first base. We all get into an argument and the whole game never continues because there are too many opinions on what the real rules are. I've been to some businesses where it seems like they are playing a game with no defined rules, no goals, no measurement, and no one ever knows if they are winning or not. In baseball, everyone understands the rules of play. Every player knows the ultimate goal is to get the most runs to win, while also trying to keep the other team from scoring, and each player has a specific role to play in order for that to happen. Everyone also knows how to handle their own role and objectives in most every possible scenario that could occur. Just so there's no misunderstanding, the scenarios are practiced on a regular basis in order to make sure there are minimum errors during actual play. The team that is most successful in accomplishing all of this wins the most games. Business leaders need to make sure everyone on a team completely understands the rules of play and what it takes to win. This begins with making sure there are actual rules of play, like an employee handbook, business objectives, workplace guidelines, and also an understanding of possible ramifications if the rules are broken. It may seem difficult sometimes to get everyone understanding their specific role, playing the same game and playing by the same rules. But by doing these is the only way a team can win. I believe when you work as a team with the same objectives, under the same rules, as Mr. John Wooden said, there is no limit to what can be accomplished when no one cares who gets the credit. Have a great day.